You ever broke one of these bolts off in your OM 642 3.0 CRD diesel Mercedes? Possibly caught your Jeep on
this
fire?
ain't good.
So today we've got Vinny's Overland Jeep Grand Cherokee, one owner from New Jersey. Leakification, tons of oil leaking out the oil cooler. But that's not the point of this video. This video is to show you what to do or what not to do when you break a bolt off in your OM 642. Keep in mind, no matter what it is you think you can or cannot do, Playboy's here to tell you, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. So let's get on with this show. Hit the subscribe button and all that stuff, yo. Okay, so today we're going to show you how to take out one of these broken bolts. There's obviously dozens of different methods. I'm going to show you a method that will hopefully guarantee and ensure you don't run into any problems doing this. You guys are going to tell me how you can weld a nut to this. You have no idea what kind of metal this is, so stop running your damn mouths. Second, to ensure that we do this properly, we're going to use a couple things. We're going to use a punch, a pick, a drill bit, and EasyOut. And on the sides of EasyOuts, they should tell you what size to drill the hole. Make sure that I do this as easy as possible and I have as few problems as possible. I'm also going to be using some candle wax. That's really important, specifically for this particular one. It's obviously from an exhaust manifold, and this one came off of Mercedes CRD 3.0 Sprinter diesel. So people are going to love me for this, because anytime you need to do the intakes, like you're getting them deleted, like you sent them to me or something, this is going to be a possibility that these break off. They always break off on me. Maybe it's just me and I'm stupid. I'll show you how to get it out when they do. Because I'm going to flatten this surface so the head of this is flat. Do that with a grinder. I'm more concerned with drilling it square than anything else. And I also don't want to touch the surface of this because we don't want to ruin that. Now I want to square up and center my punch right in the dead center of this thing. This is usually the part where my problems start because I'm carpentry challenged clay, but I think I got that pretty center for this video, eh? Now taking my drill and a 1/16 drill bit, I'm going to start drilling out that hole. It won't walk as long as you start square. That stuff is hard. It barely put a dent in that, but it might be because of this drill bit shit. Different drill bit. Ridiculous. The longer your drill bit is, the more likelihood you're going to break it. Put as much of it in your drill as possible. This is specifically why I have no business doing this. I used to take these over to Darren at Accurate Engines, and he would do these for me. But I made a video about them when they caught my Jeep on fire. So I don't go over to Accurate Engines anymore because they're the only people that I ever blasted on my channel. So I guess you don't like me no more. I have to figure out how to do this myself. Kind of sucks. I'd rather have him do it, dude. This guy could do this stuff in like 5 freaking minutes. That was forgiving enough to where I was able to put a punch in there. I'm gonna have to take a little bit more time and do this slower instead of trying to be like Darren. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Luckily I was able to center up my hole a little bit. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking making a video of this, but maybe something good will come out of it. I don't know. Probably end up showing you how not to frickin' do it, but you'll know not to do it because I've broken like 5 frickin' drill bits. The only thing that supersedes my ingeniousness is my complete incompetence to have any kind of ability to do anything finite. Mostly because I'm frickin' blind and I wear these glasses that you could hold up to the sun and catch a house on fire with. Got my hole drilled down inside there about 5 millimeters. I'm going to take a 9/64 drill bit, and that's the size that I use my extractor for. And I'm going to drill down into it probably about 6 to 7 millimeters down inside there. As long as I don't break my drill bit off in there, I'll be good to go. That's what I'm worried about. using cheap drill bits to do work that you cannot mess up. If I mess it up, well, there's ways to fix it. I just really don't want to mess it up at all. I'm just going to keep telling myself that if I got to go take this to Grand Rapids and I got to pay somebody to do it for me, I'm paying myself what it would cost me to have them do it. So I'm going to make sure that this is square and at the same angle as that, and hopefully drill down in there. Whenever you're drilling anything, it doesn't hurt to use like some oil or something like that to keep your drill bit cooler, because friction in metal is what's going to wear your drill bit out quicker, which I should have been doing, but now I'm going to take out some more really expensive snap-on extractors and try extracting the screw. I want to get this down in there far enough to where I don't break off my bit. So I want it deeper. And that's obviously what she said.
10 minutes later.
What is this made of? Undrillium? Probably these cheap-ass drill bits I'm using from Harbor Freight. Junk. Get good drill bits. Guess all I needed was some drill bits that weren't from Harbor Freight. I don't know. Seems to be drilling out now. And we're brand new. I'd never used them. So if that tells you anything, not that these are much better. These are some drill force drill bits.
"20 minutes later."
Okay, so I finally made it through that thing. I'm probably being a little bit overcautious because this is from a Jeep and I don't want to ruin it. I have lots of parts for Sprinter, but no extra parts for Jeep OM 642s. But what I was looking for, this style that I'm going to use extractors and butt up against the base right there so I can get maximum torque on that. Most people, they would probably just go ahead and sling this thing down inside here and then screw it in, and as I turn it out, it's going to screw in. I'm not going to do it that way because I want to make sure that this is going to come out. This was a 6mm by 1 thread. Obviously, it's a very strong bolt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up. That heat is going to transfer to this. So I'm going to heat this up. I'm going to set the candle on the top of it, and it's going to suck it down inside the threads. Once it does that, use this and pull it out. At least that's the hopes. Worst case scenario, I end up drilling this back out more, helicoiling it. But I really don't want to do that. Definitely not worst case scenario. Definitely not. And I don't want you to have to do that. I want to show you that there's ways and steps of doing anything. And if it's broken, you can fix it. So try to inspire and empower people to do things themselves and not pay jackasses like me to do them for them. So before I heat this up, I want to make sure that I pick around here and try to get this to where I can just barely see the threads, or at least, you know, the best I can, because when I ground it, I kind of ground it a little bit smooth. I was trying to stay away from that, but we know I messed up the drill at the first time, so that's what we got. Anytime you're heating anything up, you want to turn your torches on to where the black smoke goes away, and then you want to heat the area up around the screw. Let that wax sit on there for a couple of moments so it can suck that wax right down on them threads. See, I can't see the wax on the top of there, so I know it went down inside there. Are you trying to tell us that you could actually see the wax? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm touching a little bit of cloth, but we're going to see if this works. Probably shouldn't have used the impact. Yep. Well, that didn't work. Look at what that did. That's not good. So for my next trick, I got one of these Irwin Hansen EXT2s. It's got the drill bit in there, which I've already done. And then it's got the extractor, and I'm going to use it with my tap set. That doesn't work. I've got a 6mm by 1 drill bit and tap. You'll find these in the description down below. If you want to help the channel grow a little bit, you could also donate. Turn my videos down at night, let them suckers play. I'm going to do what I probably should have done the first time, which was not use my tool, but that's what Darren would do. Maybe I'll tap it with a hammer as I turn it. I literally have no business whatsoever showing people how to do this stuff. But, I don't know. I guess, at least as far as YouTube goes, you're just trying to show people how to do stuff. And a lot of stuff, it's kind of the first time I've done it. This is not the first time I've ever done this, because I've tried this like 50 times and have been terribly unsuccessful at it. If you can't tell already. Oh, well, that's where you get really super fucked. When the fucking tip breaks off and the son of a bitch. Super fucked. See, that's what I mean. I have no business doing this fucking shit. This is what happens when you break a drill bit off in something. Take a brand new drill bit. It won't touch it because it's hardened steel. So now I gotta go buy a bunch of freaking expensive ass drill bits to get this fucking thing drilled through. I'm not happy, obviously. You know, if you watch my show, I don't swear very much. And I really don't get mad all that much anymore. But I've got problems today. It's not a good day at the Clayway. Really not sure what I should do, because I got 2 more of these broken too. Okay, so if you find the cuckoo coming out of the cuckoo clock, your complete incompetence has superseded your ingeniousness like it has in my situation, and you've broken the end of your extractor, easy out, whatever the hell you want to call these damn things, off inside a hole. I've came up after some reading and some listening to some awkwardly breathing people making YouTube videos that are excessively long and drawn out, much like this one. I have put the cuckoo back inside the cuckoo clock, and I've got a few things that we can do. I found from that research, breaking the easy out is supposed to be the easiest way to rectify this situation. If not, you're going to need some carbide tipped bits. Now, they don't have to be Dremel bits like this, but these might go down inside the hole. Hell, I don't know. They look too damn big from what I'm looking at here, so that might be a waste. Theoretically, though, we should be able to take a punch, and if we take any hammer that's not from our kids' toy boxes and we just smack it, we should be able to break it, from what they say. I have no freaking clue. Doesn't appear to be working to me, but I don't know because I can't see shit. Yeah, I don't know if that did anything. I don't freaking know. I'm still a little bit annoyed with myself. I mean, I'm a lot annoyed with myself. I literally, like I've said before, have no business teaching people this stuff. I may have done something because it did not want to come out quite so easy. I definitely did something. What the hell it is, I don't know. So I'm going to take this, hit it a couple times really nice. Now I've got it knocked down inside there. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but it seems relatively deep, so let's try the next step. What I'm going to try to do is set it here on the ground. Use this punch right here along with my air hammer try to break that up a bit. So I'm assuming that since neither one of these holes go all the way through, this drill bit's a good indicator of how much is still left inside there. Yeah, that's not very far. So we need to get that out. Burr bit that's about 5.9 millimeters. Try to run it down inside this hole, so hopefully we can get the proper depth. Okay, so I messed around with that Dremel for a little bit. You can see how I got all this stuff off of here, and that edge came off there. What I think I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start to drill it out with the proper drill bit that makes it a 1.6. And of course, if this doesn't work, regardless, I could take this up to a 1/4 inch hole. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. There is a tiny bit of forgiveness, and if you're going to use 1/4 inch, make sure you use fine 28. So now I've gotten most of the old thread out of there and most of the old bolt. I think we can kind of see it, but our depth is a problem because we need it to be deeper. So we're going to have to take the burr bit and try to get rid of as much of that old easy out as possible. It really does appear that it actually cuts something out of there, so I guess it does make it look like it's going into that thing. I'm running it and I can feel the ridge, and I'm just nibbling down on the ridge, and I move this up and down. How to explain it any better than that? So to put it in perspective for you, this bit is really doing something. Once again, just working it up and down, feeling the outsides of it. It's starting to grind it out. Whatever the hell this thing's made of. I farted around with this stinking thing for like 5 or 6 hours, and I got tired of doing it. It wasn't a part that you can just order because it's a Jeep. So the scenario is that this is not the same as the OM642 Sprinter intakes, because I would have them sitting here. The EGR outlet tube is on the opposite side of that. So what ended up happening was I ended up taking it over to Uncle Tracy at 401 Fab in White Cloud, Michigan, and he put this thing in his CNC carbide bit, drilled that sucker down. Moral of the story, save yourself some time, take it to a machine shop, they'll fix it. Sorry, y'all. But hopefully it was helpful, and you've seen some of the mistakes I made, and that'll help you not make the same mistakes I made. Tracy is definitely 1 in a million. He's really a great dude. He plus gave me a carbide bit so I could drill through this one, and it wasn't as much of a problem as the other one. Got to give him props because he's a great dude. He's very reasonable about his prices, so if any of you are fabricators and you want to sub out the dude to call for any CNC work that you need. The moral of the story is, with all of my experience and all of the things I can do, this is only the second time I've ever failed doing something. Normally I can figure it out. We'll give this another try for the 52nd time in the future. But keep in mind, no matter what it is you're doing, if you have to pay somebody else to do it, that's what you can pay yourself to do it. No matter what it is you think you can or cannot do, if anyone else can do it with the proper equipment, you can do it too. You got a question for me, I answer them for absolutely free on Clay's AC and Auto Repair over the Facebook Messenger. Don't collect information. I can't help you with your baby mama drama, but I may be able to help you fix your whip. So if you want to help the show, consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, and giving me them sweet old thumbs up. Along with, at nighttime, turn the videos down, put on one of my playlists, let them suckers play from front to back. Don't be the next to them, be the first of you. God bless, and have the best of days too.